Seekers of the
Yep.
Spire Seekers. One of those.
So we slay the wyverns, and Bud and Lynn skin them. And it's nearly dark, so we set up camp. And then during the dawn watch, a giant ape attacks because we're in his hood. But Lynn charms him, and we don't have to kill him. We go back to the Tour de Vor outpost, and we deliver the hides. We're given 100 gold per person, a magical short bow, and 50 gold for each of the hides. We discuss the problem of the Bloodhand's occupation of Night Spire with Gordon, was it? The leadership there at the Tour de Vor. And Nairi finally showed up. And the Tour de Vor are hesitant to come to arms with, or come to blows with the Blood Hand again. So we journey to Ferox. We find a workshop for Drift to work on the armor repairs. We sell a lot of the non-essential gems and the loot that we've been picking up to cover the costs of the materials in the workshop. Over the next 3 days, Drift successfully finishes restoring the plate armor for Morgan, and he's going to begin working on half plate next. Lynn earns money from healing services. Bud thinks he's going to earn some money by offering, to infuse the farmland to increase crop yields, but it turns out one of the noble families already do that. So he did some pro bono healing instead, just to increase our reputation among the town. Athy is trying to make connections with local working folk, particularly innkeeps and chefs and stuff at the taverns and inns. We decide that we're going to need to seek some noble patronage to deal with the Blood Hand and to get back into the Spire. So we learn about the important local families. The three most important are House Vilnarian. They're the richest and the most political. House Arathar, who are honorable but militant. There tend to be a lot of paladins. And House Morrowind have a lot of druids and may have elven sympathies. So we try to get an audience. I think we actually reached out both Arathar and Morrowind, but we heard back from Arathar. And we met with Seraphine, whose father is ill. The lord of the house is very ill. Lynn offers to examine him, but Seraphine declines and says that he's already seen all the best healers. Seraphine recognizes the sigil of Daph's house and recalls that her brother had received a past kindness from Daph's family, so that started our conversation on a positive note. We explain our goals and the trouble we've been having with the Blood Hand, and turns out Seraphine kind of has a personal disdain for the Blood Hand. So she seems interested in working with us, but it's really up to her brothers, who are kind of leading the house while her dad is ill. Meanwhile, she requests a favor from us. She'd like to meet with Adrian Vance, who is the local representative of the Tribe Guild. So we are off to set that meeting up.
Alright, so we just kind of ended that meeting with her. And yeah, I think we were heading over to set up something with Adrian.
Can I clarify the plate armor? So should I get rid of this broken plate armor from my inventory and say that I now have a set of full plate armor?
I think the group paid for it to be fixed, right? The plate mail.
Yeah, Drift finished the full plate.
Okay.
Well, I
cool.
think it's just plate mail. There's no full plate anymore. That's from an older edition, right?
But there's half plate.
There is half plate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
That's
it's just plate mail.
That's why I said full plate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not half plate. I already have half plate. It's the one that's above that.
Yeah.
Hey, you have
Right,
half
and I'm
plate?
taking that out of the bag because it's heavy.
I can't remember if there was plate and then full plate in the older edition, but I remember there were a couple of different types of plate mail.
Gotcha.
Well, quadruple plate.
We have a second set of broken plate armor that has not yet been repaired, that Drift is going to use those materials to make the half plate for Daph.
Yeah, sorry, I currently have split plate, and I have plate armor broken, which is what I'm assuming was repaired, so now I have a save of plate armor.
Alright.
So if you want to sell that splint for a little extra gold, you might.
Or it sounds like somebody else might be interested in it.
Splinters? I don't think so.
Not Splint?
Isn't
No.
doesn't Splint impose disadvantage on stealth?
Yes, it does.
It's
Yeah.
heavy armor.
Hence,
It's
I
the
think that's why
second
he wants
best
the
heavy
half-plate.
armor split mail.
But the half
Yep.
plate does.
other than plate, which is why I wanted plate.
Now, do any of you have a noble background besides Daff?
No, but I do have from all of the town's previous engagement. And I was just trying to find it.
I only have elven stuff. Like I was from a high elf like society and then got shunned. So literally,
Well, I don't think
I'm
that's
gonna say
noble, though,
no.
right? Yeah. What were you saying, Morgan?
Yeah, so from previous sessions, I have documented that I have 2 Ferox contacts, and that I have an advantage with a social role for
that contact you made.
yeah, for the contact I made. So I'm sharing that just to kind of prep for potentially some engagement, just to let everybody know, to say, like, now that I'm back, I'm happy to help with some of the negotiating here.
Well, I was gonna say, I think
Yeah,
Daff,
Athy was a little bit annoyed with that.
I think Daff is the only one who is actually from a noble background, right?
If no one else is,
Yep.
then yes.
Yeah, I think so.
So give me an insight check with a +2 circumstance modifier about that whole.
Sure.
meeting.
Can I use lucky?
Yeah, sure. You might remember something if you're lucky.
All right. That's lucky.
Apparently
And
you are.
insight.
Well, advantage. All right,
19.
so 19. So you remember her brothers were not the nicest and a
Oh.
little bit sexist.
Oh.
So you're a little bit worried that they're not going to listen to her if she advocates for the group, especially being a younger sibling in a mostly male family.
Okay,
in-
do I
in
know
addition
them to be
all that
paladins
stuff.
also? Sorry.
You don't think they are, actually. You think she might be the only actual like paladin in the family, which might get her some respect and might get her some jealousy as well, or them some jealousy. But yeah,
I'll
you,
make
you
sure to
don't
bring
remember
that up.
them because they did visit your town before, and you don't remember them speaking highly of their sister, who was a little younger at the time.
Yeah, Def's 26. I don't know how old he is compared to the other two, to her brothers.
They would have been a little older than you, and she is a little younger than you. She's like in her early 20s.
Oh, okay. Oh, she probably is better friends with my sisters in game.
You don't, yeah, I don't remember if she said she actually went to the town.
Oh, you know what?
But
You're
they
right.
may
I don't
have-
think she'd said that.
They may have come here, so she might know them. But in any case, yeah, so you're a little bit worried that if they sent her to be the liaison, it might just be to kind of blow you guys off and ignore her.
Mm,
Now,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mentioned
know.
that.
Wait, is this a shared information group?
Oh, I don't know that. That's actually a
Let me
really good
see.
question.
Knowledge is known, so yeah, it's assumed
Okay.
that you tell people what you know. So I assume
Okay,
that
yeah,
you would share
th-
that with everyone.
I would.
well, we could still try to meet with the Morwinds and kind of see which house kind of comes through. But let's go ahead and set up the meeting with Adrian for that Seraphine requested, because even if her family doesn't necessarily patron us, it still might be good to have her as a contact.
True.
Victoria sighs. She says it's hard for us, our type of folk, to get a break, kind of looking at Athy. Men always try to keep us down in these lands.
Sounds like Daph's family has it, right?
True. That house is a matriarchy for those who don't know.
Oh, okay. There you go. So where are you headed? Oh, and I think, I guess you wouldn't know Victoria because you weren't here, Morgan. Though you wouldn't, your character would know her because you were in the background. She is an archer the group hired.
Okay, cool.
Who's
Wait, I
just,
think he was here for that.
No, I don't think I was.
Yeah, because he's been gone like 3 sessions, so I think he missed that.
Yep.
She was hired as the group was escaping. They almost killed her, but she kind of surrendered and was like, I'm not a big fan of the Blood Hand, so just don't kill me. And they kind of said, oh, well, we'll just hire you then. So it was an interesting surrender. Because you don't usually hire the people trying to kill you.
Oh no, I think I was there. I think
Were you there
that
for
was
the
the last
escape?
session when
Yeah.
I think it ended and then you guys did it. I think I missed the recruitment. I think it was like 2 sessions, but I think it started anyway. I'm
Yeah, you were there when we captured her.
yeah, but I don't think we had fully recruited her yet.
Alright, so yeah, she is with the group now. Your other friend, I think she's missing at the moment. She was last seen in the dungeon.
The
Yeah.
one that was the lockpicker.
Oh no,
Yeah.
not shoot. Nyrie's the other archer
That
from
dude.
the Tour de Vor.
I thought you said Nairi showed up last session, like when we got back to the Tortivore outpost.
Oh, did she rejoin
Yep.
you?
You did.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may have just
But
not
she
moved. her
didn't
yet.
have the other chick with her that she had gone down to find when we had to
Brandy,
abandon
that
her.
was her name.
Randy. Yeah.
She was fickle anyway.
Yeah, alright, let me make sure I have her with you then, because I think I still have her in Night Spire.
Presumably, Rendy just took back up with the Blood Hand.
So Nairi is back with the group. Okay. She says, that's why I prefer the elven tribes. You get rewarded depending on how good you are, not for being in a family of a certain sex. She says, my bow skills speak for themselves. Alright, so where's the group going?
Find Adrian, I guess.
Alright,
Hey, yo, Adrian.
Hey,
Adrian.
sorry.
Adrian, yeah. He's sort of
Mhm.
taken up residence at the Smoky Glade. You would find him there talking to some mercenaries. He says, the Spire Seekers return. It's been a while. How have you fared?
Hello, Adrian. Nice to see you again.
He says, oh, and you. It looks like you found the group. He says, hopefully everything has been going well.
Yeah, so I'd probably look at the group and look to everyone and try to relay a little bit. I don't want to RP all of it, but a little bit about our adventures while not sharing anything that was too sensitive, but kind of lamenting the problems with the Blood Hand currently, and maybe hinting at we've managed to solve and understand a bit more of the Spire, but without sharing any too much details on the floors that we've explored and our accomplishments from that, but just to indicate that we're looking to get back in there. But to do that, we need to first handle the Blood Hand, and we're working through some of these noble connections, and specifically the house and the things that Athy and team alluded to a moment ago.
All right. Do you have a specific, or do you have any specific things you're not mentioning that you think are sensitive? I just assume you tell them what happened.
So I would probably keep some of the mysteries within the evil wizard that we challenged, and kind of some of the portal stuff there a little bit close to the vest. Although I guess I mean maybe I'd defer to Athy or some of or Bud, the people who have been here for longer, in terms of how much do we literally share everything with this dude, since he's a representative of your former group?
Well, he still represents the group. I mean, you guys are
Yeah.
still technically working for the tribe.
So I'll defer to Athy and Bud a little bit on that.
All right, so we'll just say your storytelling, kind of maybe looking to them to jump in if they want to stop you. Give me a performance check as you relay this grand tale of what's
All
happened.
those other times I ask you to do performance, and this is the one
Well,
you
you're
finally
not
let
lying this time. This time you're actually telling a story, so it makes sense.
me.
Alright. So yeah,
Cool.
you go on and kind of make all these grand claims about things that have happened. He just nods and scratches his chin. He says, "Ha. So these Bloodhand have moved in to try to gain control of Nightspire." He says, and it sounds like the House Orithar does want to help, but we're not sure of their seriousness. Is that right?
Yeah, it sounds like well, they have an ill father, and I'm always curious for an illness like that, how much of it there might be foul play or others, with these political families. An illness is often not just an illness. Again, I might be reading too much into that situation.
Says, well, it
Yeah.
sounds like Lynn may have an in to the house, because I remember, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Lynn did convince this paladin to let her see the father who's sick.
Oh, okay,
So
my bad.
maybe she can give us a bit more information. Just be careful, if this is foul play, then one of the brothers could become an enemy if we try to expose him. Assuming that is what happened. So just be wary. That would definitely make it harder to befriend the house if he is someone in charge. So tread lightly. As for the other houses, I know House Volnarian is a little cutthroat. I know of their reputation within the capital. Actually, somewhat close to House Blackwater politically. House Morwyn, they are, well, how can I say this nicely? Eccentric fellows. Very mysterious. There's actual rumors that they've been investigated several times by the Crimson Dagger for strange magical practices, though no one's been arrested.
Oh.
Some kind of druidic rituals involved in the family. Very old magic dating back to the times underground. Possibly powerful allies, but again, not much is known. Probably a bit harder to befriend due to their eccentricities, and could possibly mark us as curious if the other houses get wind of an alliance. He says, do you have plans besides House Orithar to talk to the other two?
We're hoping to talk to House Morrowind.
Morwyn? He says, well, like I said, just
Well, we
go
could
ahead.
wait and see what comes of today's meeting, with Arthar. And speaking of, we were asked a favor by the Lady Seraphine. She wants to meet with you.
Says the young paladin wishes to meet with me.
Indeed.
Certainly, I can't see a harm in that. If you can give her a message, just see when would work best. Well, I'll get in touch with her. You all have enough to do. I'll set something up.
Excellent.
If nothing else, maybe the tribe's guild can make another noble ally out of all this. He says, do you need any help from me in regards to the Blood Hand or any of what's going on at Nightspire?
I think the answer to that might depend on what comes of our attempt to make allies here.
He says, while I don't have a lot of soldiers, I do have some mercenaries that I could hire, but you're definitely better off going with one of the noble houses, both for political clout and intimidation factor. It's just a handful of hired mercenaries wouldn't be nearly as dangerous.
Do any of the houses have a allegiance, or is there a connection to Captain Drake Tomes? And I mention him because I think he has a relationship with us. I have him listed as the guard captain of the Ferox, an elected position that I think we helped with some stuff.
Says, well, he's a government official. I'm sure he knows of the noble houses. I don't know if there's an affiliation. My guess would be that he's probably, well, I don't want to say paid for, but if there was a house he'd be in close contact with, it would probably be Velnarian, as they have more power in the city than the others, or in the town.
He might be a person, and I look at the group and I just say he might be a person that we could leverage as an in if we're looking for that political connections. And I'm always looking for stories to tell, and political intrigue is a fun story.
I thought I heard something bad.
I'm sorry, Lynn, you were a little quiet for me.
I thought I heard something bad. I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, in real life?
Okay.
No, I meant I misheard a word.
Oh.
So Morgan, another thing that I've witnessed in my life, if you like to tell stories, telling stories about political people can sometimes benefit you as well.
Yes,
well, it depends on who you...
I'm just saying, if you were to learn something about this gentleman and threaten to tell stories about him, perhaps I shouldn't have said anything. Let's just continue.
I see where your mind is cooking, my friend, and I assure you all of my stories are either entirely fictional or entirely truthful. The blending of the two does not go well, and I wink at you.
Nairi says, yeah, he knows all about the rumor mill and making up bullshit.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Well.
Thanks.
Alright, so what do you
Changing
want
of seasons, allergies and stuff.
So Lynn is supposed to go back later and examine the father.
I might, while we wait for that, unless I don't know how much time that needs. I was going to suggest perhaps we try to make contact with at least one of the other houses.
I think we already put someone to do that, right?
I think...
Who's your hireling?
I thought we might have reached out to 2 of them, but maybe we said let's just start with the one.
Oh, that's
no,
probably
we did reach out to 2 of them.
Okay, I think it was the druids then.
Morwen? Or Morwins? Let me see, what is that? Yeah, Morwins. Alright, so you send someone over, you haven't heard back from them yet.
Okay.
So in the meantime, you want to just pass time until Lynn's supposed to go back, or does someone else want to do anything?
Sure.
I think so.
Well, just let me know.
You said you had some shopping, didn't you?
No, I was thinking mostly the plate.
Okay.
I still need to catch myself up, and I know there was other stuff to do, but I'm fine with just passing some time.
And some of us have downtime projects if you wanted to start one.
The only thing I mean, I definitely would be looking at doing one, but the one thing I was doing is Senshai. I was training him as a fighter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I don't know if there's been more progress on that.
3 days of
There were
downtime.
3 days of downtime.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else has been working on it, so it'd be however much you would put in.
So I think I have 5 days now training him out. I don't know if we ever actually talked about what was necessarily to level him up or get him. I have 5 days listed.
Alright, so if you have 5
If I'm
days,
adding 3 to the 2 that I had previously.
let me see, I might be able to level double him a bit.
Yep. Because I had 2 listed previously, and +3 would make it 5.
Alright, there he is. He is in the camp. Oh, did I not give him base stats? Alright, well.
Oh my gosh.
If this is better to handle at another time, we can definitely do that.
Yeah, why don't we come back to it? I can go look up some, base him off of something.
Yep.
But yeah, just mark for the project that he would be leveled up.
Okay.
I think. Well, what was the last thing we did? We had escaped the Spire and headed back to. Oh no, we killed the Wyverns. That's right. I think I was supposed to give you a level up for that. I think that was the milestone for level 7. Let me check
For
the
us?
notes. Yeah.
Oh, well, that'll definitely take. I don't have any notes for Senshi in terms of a level up. I don't think we had talked about it.
Alright, yeah.
But
So
I'll
it
take
would be, you need another week to train, but yeah, you guys are at the point where you can level up to 7.
Well, we've got 3 days in so far, folks. I suggest we wait at least another however many days to level up to 7 before we leave town.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, yeah. I must have just skipped my mind. Alright. So
The easiest level up ever. Oh yeah, yeah, here, have a level up if you wanted.
Hey, we didn't even ask for it, guys.
yeah, well I've been tracking the milestones. Your last level up was back
It's been a while.
Back with the what was it? It was one of the underground things. But anyway, yeah, so you were about due with the wyvern killing.
Cool.
Okay. So a couple of hours would pass. And you, Lynn, is anyone going to go with Lynn up to the house, or is she going alone?
I'd ask.
Damn it, I'm not going alone.
Yeah. If there's sexist, we probably shouldn't send it alone.
Yep.
Alright, so the whole group is going?
Sure.
Yeah, why
Welcome
not?
to
Screw
it.
it, right?
Alright. So when you get to the house, Lady Seraphine would meet you at the door. She would say, greetings, friends. Unfortunately, my brothers think it best that the doctors seeing my father remain our close physicians. She says for whatever reason, they don't seem to be very trusting of outsiders. She says, my apologies for making you come all this way, but I can give you some gold for your time. And she just passes you a bag with 50 gold pieces to Lynn. She says, my apologies for having you come out here for nothing. I assume you would have charged me something to see my father, so can we call this even?
I
You might be
am,
helping.
like,
Lynn. Oh, sorry.
yeah, go ahead. I am very bad at this.
We appreciate your willingness to pay for our time, my lady, but we are more interested in building the connection to you and your father. May I ask why the change of course? If he is ill, we have proven ourselves time and time again of handling significant distresses and complex illnesses for many creatures. Lynn is a skilled healer, having helped forests and all kinds of creatures of this land, including human? I'm assuming human.
She smiles and says, I don't believe we've met, Morgan, but your storytelling abilities are legendary around here. Yes,
I assure you I am not exaggerating at this time.
Oh, of course, I wouldn't think you were. But my brothers seem very wary of, as I said, people outside the family and people close to them. So they don't want anyone who they don't know and trust to come and see Father. I mean, if it were up to me, I'd bring you up there, but they seem pretty adamant that Yeah, we just keep this strictly professional outside of what's going on with our
Have
father.
they always been suspicious like that, or do you find it just something that's come with your father's illness?
So she pauses a moment. She says, "They there are times they can be um, unnecessarily suspicious of others, but
I see.
I don't know. I've argued with them and argued with them. At the end of the day, though, it's their call. They do have run
I
of the
see.
estate while he is sick, so."
I have
Do
a
they run
question.
jointly? Or is one of them the heir, so to speak?
Hang on, let me do Lynn first. You said you had a question.
Yeah, I have a question. I does any of your doctors have skills in alchemy?
She thinks. She says, I think some of them do. I mean, they have to make medicines. But I don't
Yes,
really
but
know.
I meant like alchemy, like specialty in alchemy, like making potions, making poisons, making any sort of like stuff with alchemy. Because I am both a specialist in alchemy and healing.
Hmm. Well,
I'm trying
that's...
to,
Give me another persuasion check.
because
And
I'm trying to leverage the fact that I'm a specialist on both medicine and alchemy to try to do that. Luckily, I am trained in this.
she says, well, I mean, you don't have to convince me. As I said, I've been the one arguing to have you see him. They don't seem to want to, especially my eldest brother. He's been very adamant that it should remain within family.
Forgive me, my. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say. So, what were you saying, Athy?
Oh, never mind. Go ahead, Morgan.
Uh, Forgive me, my lady, but while I, as you know, a masterful storyteller, have told many a great story of a heroine and and women coming to great uh, estates, I also understand your house to unfortunately not be as enlightened. Would it be entirely too presumptuous of me in my role as a paladin, a storyteller, and an adventurer to request to speak to one of your brothers directly to resolve this misunderstanding?
Give me a persuasion with a +4 circumstance. She kind of smiles when you mention that, and she says, "Yes, tell me about it. My brothers are. It's very hard to get any words of encouragement when it comes to some of the women within our family." She says, "I could go talk to them again, but my guess is that they will continue to be unreasonable. At this point, I think it is what it is. I mean,
Well,
well,
please do tell your brothers that um, Morgan of wherever I'm from, which isn't anywhere important, um,
Morgan of um,
as a renowned storyteller, would be happy to evangelize the stories of your great house. But at this point in time, without your brother's blessings to meet with us, while you have admirably represented their interests, it feels like we are the ones chided by their actions.
she says, "Well, um, uh, with that said, I mean, I do understand you feeling that way, and I hope you don't think ill of our family. But yeah, with that all said, I believe my eldest brother does wish to help you with the Blood Hand. He
Oh,
thinks it might be a good opportunity to earn some reputation within the city for our martial might, as we don't generally have to do much to defend this place. So it's looking good for you getting our support." But he did seem quite adamant that, yeah, we don't. And he doesn't want any more healers looking into Father. I don't know. I guess maybe untrustworthy of their abilities versus our very specialized and well-learned healers. Still, I can bring his request to you, and maybe he'll come speak with you personally. But I can't guarantee that.
Does anyone else have more to add to this?
Not really. If it helps, Morgan, I could put the weight of my family name behind your request.
I appreciate that. Sorry, is it Gain or Duff? I always forget which one
Daff.
your care. Daff. Sorry.
Daffodil.
Daffodil. Yeah, that helps. Yes, Daffodil. I think you're right to. It depends on your comfort level of doing that, but perhaps mentioning that a member of House, what's your house?
Really?
Really
Of Labau. Laboo.
is a representative in our group, and the houses of foreign lands making connections can be quite valuable to
She says,
other
"Oh,
noble houses.
you know, it's true. I didn't mention, Daff, that you were with them. I remember my brothers did speak fondly of their visit to Labu, so maybe mentioning that they'd be more willing to have your surgeon speak with Father and examine him. But yeah, I'll bring the information before them, and I guess they'll send you a missive if they wish you to come see him."
Right.
I
You
might
can
end
send
One
a
my.
question,
message.
Sorry.
out of character. Lou, did you just forget about the thing
What thing?
that like about the connection of a noble?
Forget about? You mean Daff?
Yeah.
No, she forgot to mention it. Are you asking,
Okay.
did I just say she forgot because I forgot?
Yeah.
No, the DM never makes mistakes. I know all.
That's right.
True.
The DM is infallible,
Exactly. I know
True.
exactly what's going on at
and
all
any
times.
implication to the contrary could get your
Suddenly,
player
the
character
house
killed.
starts to shake a bit. It's a bit of a rumbling.
Right, exactly.
She's like, "What's going on?" Oh, that cleared up. All right, good. That was weird. So yeah, what do you want to do?
I'll put in a formal request
All right,
for a
so
meeting.
yeah, she'll say, "I will mention Daff, and I'll have them send a message to." Are you staying at the Noble's Delight?
I am.
All right, I'll have them send a message to you if they wish to speak. They might just want to catch up with you. I know you haven't seen each other in a while. All right.
That would be nice.
So if there's anything else, let me know. Otherwise, she will bid you all adieu.
So I might. No, I'm not stealthy. Never mind.
Hey,
Anyone
you never
else
know how
find
the
that-
dice roll.
Anyone else find this really suspicious? Nairi says as she closes the door.
Mm,
No, what
Yeah. A
Perhaps
very.
perhaps we could ask about town, for the contact info of the best healers, and in a roundabout way discover who is treating him and see whether or not they might consult with Lynn.
It's not a bad idea.
Victoria says, "You guys are going to investigate yourself right out of this alliance if you're not careful." I mean, it sounds pretty cut and dry. The brother is doing a power grab. Maybe he poisoned the old man. Maybe he doesn't want the old man to get better.
Yes, but a
Or
person who behaves
he
in that
is-
manner is not necessarily a person we want to have a strong alliance with.
Says, "Well,
Or the father is actually sick and the brother doesn't want an unvetted healer.
she says, maybe. I just I don't have the highest regard for some of these houses, I guess. Well, you have one of the well, you know the brother. Do you trust the guy? She says, now kind of looking at Daff.
Oh, that was insert years ago here.
So
We
maybe,
met briefly. They were nice enough.
Well, according to Lady Seraphine, it seems like he took a liking to you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about their political situation. Listen, my sisters deal with that, not myself.
She just shrugs and says, "Well, I don't know. Just I guess whatever works." But yeah, maybe we get in touch with those healers. And what about Morrowind? She kind of gestures as you're walking past their land. She says, "You think we want to stop in and see if they got our invitation?"
Maybe we should hold off for a couple days to see how we proceed with the other connections, just since Adrian thought it might. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well,
Well, if
maybe
it's
they're
making a few
thinking of a
days off,
reply.
oh.
Yeah, I mean, unless they do reply to us. Yeah.
All right.
I
So
mean,
for now,
if you guys want to, yeah, if we're doing downtime, I'm just going to earn some more money. Half, earn money for half, and half just helping the poor.
all right,
Charge those who
so-
can pay, not those who
Yeah,
Eat
can't.
the
yeah.
rich.
All right, so we're. It sounds like we're trying to look into what doctors are treating the Lord.
Sure.
All right, how would you find that out?
Ask around who are the best doctors in town.
I would go to Uslo Drax, the half-orc innkeeper who we have made some connections with.
All right, and that's at the Smoky Glade.
Glade is what I have listed too. He has a right scar on his face that I can mimic.
All right.
So I would go in there and try to, talk about, hey, do a performance and, casually say, have you heard anything about these doctors and the challenges in the family there?
Give me performance or persuasion.
I always do performance if I can.
You just.
I've been asking for performance all this time and now I'm rolling like crap.
Mm-hmm.
So
Murphy's Law.
he says, well, I don't know who's treating the old guy, but sounds like he's not doing too well, at least from what some of the people are whispering. There might be a new head to the family soon. Sadly, the oldest son is not not the nicest guy, I'll say that. He's got some rumors about him. Let me check something. Say it's about 5 p.m. now. He says there's whispers of him being up to no good, using his influence in ways he probably shouldn't. Mostly with, some of the less fortunate peoples in town.
I see.
But,
Do you have any knowledge as to the characters or individuals that may know more? Who we
more
should
about
follow?
the doctors or more about the oldest son?
More specifically, the doctors. The oldest son doesn't surprise me one little bit.
Yeah, it's not too uncommon for nobles to have been accused of some bad stuff. He says, well, I know there's a pretty well-known doctor in town that I think is part of the group treating him. It doesn't really come here much, though he does sometimes frequent the Noble's Delight. I know he's worked for the other noble families as well. I'll say he gives you his address over in this area. Dr. Franken.
Stein.
Exactly.
First name Franklin, last name Stein.
You know-
it's Dr. Franken. His last name is Franken. His first name is Boris.
Boris Franken.
But yeah, he'd give you his where he thinks he lives.
The fucking one.
He says, I think they have a couple of people treating him, including an alchemist. don't know much about the others, but Dr. Franklin's been here for a while.
Okay. Interesting.
Alright, so it's about 5 o'clock today. What does the group want to do? You
I think you need to pay for.
fortunately, I think don't have enough time for downtime. Unless you've done downtime already today, I forget.
I think we did.
Oh, okay, so that was most
So we
important,
cancelled the
probably.
meeting time that we had with Lady Seraphine.
Okay, so yeah, if that's fine if you already did it for the day. Do you all want to do anything else today, or shall we just move on and see what happens as time passes?
So first things first, did we get the 50 gold, and did we put that in the party inventory?
Yeah, did we accept that?
I'm assuming we did.
Yeah, well, unless no one said they gave it back to her, so I assume Lynn took it, unless she didn't.
Yeah.
I
Unless
didn't.
Did you pocket it, Lynn, or is it going into the party inventory?
Party.
She just
And
passed
then
the
the only
bag
other-
right to the party.
Yeah, because I have 378 gold. I think 50 is going to the party.
There you go.
378? I'm poor with only 60 gold out here.
Exactly. That's why I said party.
I gave all of mine towards the plate armor materials.
Exactly. That's why I said I put it in party.
I need to pay for.
Did you already add that, Morgan?
Yeah, I did add the plate armor, and that, I was going to end by saying, if there's time still in the day, Lou, I'd look to sell the splint, unless somebody from
I
the
would
team...
I would also ask you guys if we want to use clairvoyance.
Alright,
Like
well,
I think I mentioned it the last session, but like if we want to do clairvoyance, I will literally need
So-
materials that needs to be bought.
you can sell the splint if you want to just go sell it in the marketplace. You don't have to do haggling unless you want to do some haggling.
Nope.
You could sell it for 40% book price right now.
Fair enough.
Morgan, when I asked if you had recorded that, I meant the 50 gold that Lynn gave to the party inventory just now.
No, since you're back, I'm happy to have you take over that again.
I just
but you
didn't want us
don't-
to both be doing it, so.
No, I was doing it mostly when you weren't here, but
Okay.
yeah.
Alright, so Athy is adding it to the bag of holding.
Done. Yep.
Alright, so were you saying something about needing to buy something, Lynn, to the party?
Yeah, I was saying like if we're like I do have a spell, clairvoyance, that needs either a jeweled horn for hearing or a glass eye for seeing, so that spell works. Just asking if we need that thing.
Irie would say, well, it sounds like you have something to spend all that money on then. She smiles.
Yep. I mean, I want to ask the like parties, so like make sure like everyone wants to have clairvoyance.
Lynn is as a spellcaster and a learner of the arts, it's really up to determine to you to what you think is most useful for yourself as well as us as a group. You understand.
I'm going to fuck it.
There you go. That answers that question.
Well,
I don't need to add it. I don't need to add the thing. I'm just going to delete the 200, and I'm not going to add the jewel horn and eye thing.
wait, what are you doing?
Both the jeweled horn for hearing and the glass eye for seeing needs to be 100 GP.
Well, you gotta go
I
find
just
it
going
in the
to-
market. You
Gotta
can't
go-
just
yeah.
assume it's not a book item. Anything that is a unique item
But
like that, you do have to find or buy.
Yeah, sure. I'll go and try to see if I can buy one.
Alright. So, I'll say, Victoria says, you could probably find something like that at the jewelers. They kind of do those types of things sometimes. Alright, so
Yeah, I'll go
give
to the jewelers.
me a
What does the Tinker's tool do? Fuck.
Tinker's tools? I have to look it up. But give me a,
I'm gonna love
I
it.
guess, persuasion if you're asking around.
Yeah. Ah.
Alright, so you spend some time, actually a good amount of time, looking around the market as the day is progressing. Finally, a couple hours later, you do find someone selling what you need. Unfortunately, they are selling, you said you needed an eye worth 100?
Or a horn.
Oh, one or the other, not both?
I need a horn for hearing, eye for see.
Okay,
Oh, I see. Depending on which version of the spell you use.
and they have to be worth at least 100?
Yeah.
Alright, so you do find someone who is selling those items. Unfortunately, they would be 150 gold pieces each.
I have 300. I don't care.
Okay, so you just pay the extra. Alright, so they
Yeah.
they will happily make the sale, giving you the items you need. So you pay them the 300.
I don't want to bargain because my freaking persuasion is very bad.
Yeah, makes
Can always
sense.
ask for help.
It's too late.
Damn it.
I don't care.
Morgan
I don't
is-
care. I have 300 gold. I don't know where to spend it.
Morgan's off in the bar telling stories right now anyway.
You
That's
can
all
always donate it to the
Probably.
Make Death of the Rich Foundation.
There you go. Alright, so you
I
got
can
your
always
stuff.
I can always work, you know.
It's true. The rest of the day is gonna pass unless anyone else is doing anything.
Athy, did you see my note in chat?
No, let me change screens here.
Yep.
Where's
Oh,
clairvoyance?
okay. I'll put it in the bag. Thank you.
Where
I
is
think I need to
clairvoyance?
pay for more hotel rooms.
Yeah, so it would be 5 gold or the 1 gold if you're at the Smoky Glade. As the day is passing, go ahead and minus that.
Go minus 5 gold.
What about the others for us? Do we minus it from our own inventory or from party?
What others?
The others staying at the cheaper place.
You just pay for where you're staying. Because I don't have
Okay,
in my notes
so-
that you paid for a bunch of time. Oh wait, did you
So
guys?
how much is
Maybe
it?
you
I
did.
thought we paid for 3 days. Or
I
I think this was the
something.
last day, actually.
So
Yeah,
it
but
says
I-
you're
I-
paid
yeah.
up. Oh no, this is old. So yeah, you had paid up to the 50th. So never mind. You're paid for today. So yeah, you don't have to pay for the evening. You had already paid.
Oh, I'll put my 5 gold back.
Yeah. Alright, so, but the night would pass. You would get the long rest, and it is now the next day.
Should we do the long rest?
Yes, it's now the 50th of fall at 8 a.m. In the morning, I'll
Okay.
say, Daff, you're staying at the nicer place. You would get a note that Morrowind is willing to meet with the Spire Seekers.
Oh,
They've,
nice.
They've heard a lot about the group, and yeah, they wouldn't mind meeting with your people. You're
Right,
wondering
I'll
why
bring
you
that
got
to
the
the
letter.
group. Yeah, that is a bit weird. I'll bring that to the group.
All right. So in the morning, like around 8:30, as you're all having breakfast and getting ready, Daff will stop by Smoky Glade and deliver the message. So it's just an open invitation to come to their house.
Well, do we want to do that this morning, or do we want to follow up on these healers?
I think connecting to the houses would be our starting point. The healers, I'm indifferent. I don't.
Actually,
Either one.
Daff, as a member of the nobility, if we do meet with another noble house, you could maybe slip into the conversation like that you need a referral for a physician here in town, and maybe you'd find out who kind of treats the rich here.
Daff kind of just like looks uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
Like, politics.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm fine with going and visiting this new house if you all want.
Let's do it.
Ow. Okay.
I'm
sure.
curious to see what these they keep being described as eccentric, so I'm curious to see what has earned that reputation.
All right.
I'm expecting them to look like Radagast.
Maybe. All right. So you head up to the Marwind estate early in the morning, because they didn't actually give you a time. They just kind of gave you an open invitation. Going up to the front door of the estate, it does seem strangely abandoned. Like they have a large farm next door, but you don't see anyone working it, which is a little odd. And even like out front, there's no one tending the garden. There's no one really like doing any type of security. Though things seem to be growing very well. And it's almost like, everything looks like the land does look like it's being upkept. It's just you don't see anyone doing it.
Mm.
So you walk up to the door, knock. There is a bit of a delay. About 2 minutes pass when you hear footsteps approaching. The door would open, revealing a probably about. She looks like she's about in her early to mid 30s, a woman with a very strange headpiece on. She says, "Can I help you?"
Yes, we got your invitation.
Oh, the Spire Seekers, yes.
Indeed.
Oh, well, yes, I heard you wish to speak to us. My name is Victoria Morwind. She says,
Right, another Victoria.
Another.
I will
Another
awkwardly.
Victoria. She says, what...
Daff will formally introduce himself as a member of House Greenlee.
She says, well met, House Greenlee. Almost saying it kind of awkwardly. Where is that again?
Labu.
Oh, the Swamp Village. Yes, it's a nice little place. Well, it's good to meet you. And I assume these are your attendants, maybe?
We are working together.
Ah, all right. Well, is this a request to meet by House Greenlee or by the
By the Spire Seekers.
Spire Seekers? Yes. Who there's been some stories about you all. It's interesting. I don't know too much about what your purpose is in town, but I've heard some interesting things. She says, "So how
Luckily,
can
we
House
have someone who's
Morwind
very
help you?"
fond of telling you all.
She says, "Yeah, there's been some rumors and stories about you all, and actually, you are traveling with someone of interest to us." She looks over at Bud. She says, "Bud." She says,
I'm not of interest to anybody.
She says, "Oh, well, that's not true. You've certainly had your rounds with the druid groves in the area. You've become quite famous among some of them, not necessarily in a good way."
Infamous.
Well, glad to know my reputation precedes me.
He says, "It's all right. Our family tends to be maybe a bit of a group of outcasts ourselves. But it's good to meet you. I've heard a lot about you."
No, you as well.
He says, "My father actually knew you for a while. He says you helped him acquire his first. Well, how did he put it? Bud? Back
Oh,
when he was a
well.
younger man?
It's entirely possible.
She says, let's see. She says, do you remember Omar?
Omar.
Omar
Let's
Morwind?
see. Omar.
She says,
Can I just make an intelligence check?
I'll say you remember him. You can make stuff up about him. I'll say
Cool,
someone from your
'cause-
past.
All
He
right.
says he was
Oh.
not as well known back then.
I do remember your father.
She smiles. She says he actually, well, at least from what I was told, he sort of reminds me of you.
Oh, then I'd
Maybe
really
you
like to
remind
meet
me
him.
of him. But so what's the purpose of this meeting? What are you all looking for? Sorry, I think I've been rambling a bit.
I look to Morgan.
I was letting you guys play for a little bit. Uh, plus I was trying to take notes because
Appy spoke during the last meeting and was very awkward. So now that
Yeah,
you're back,
well,
I
and-
can tell you.
heavy RP game while also trying to take notes is not a good combination.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's true.
that's the worst.
Yeah. I would basically speak a little bit to the challenges we're facing. Again, not revealing too much about what we found in the Spire, but basically say we are looking for either a house or some houses to provide support to dealing with the Blood Hand challenge that is starting to plague those of us who seek to understand the Spire and share some of its knowledge.
Well, House Morwind doesn't really have too much interest in political entanglements. I mean, I'm sorry to hear of your problems with the Blood Hand at this ancient site, but I don't know how much we could really help you.
Well, I will say, and my colleague Lynn here could speak better to it, but in our travels through the Spire, we have discovered multiple interesting druidic groups and living things, from myconids to trees to others, that we have endeavored to heal as a part of our journey. It would be wonderful if your house could support that. Even if you don't deal with politics, it's the politics that are standing in the way of this good work.
Give me a persuasion.
Tell her
With
about
advantage
corruption.
because of the
It probably
Yeah.
wouldn't have a bonus. Not yet.
Yep.
You haven't said anything, at least for her specifically. So she says, "Well, I could definitely mention it to my father and some of our family. Nightspire would be an intriguing thing to get a foothold in. We've been a bit preoccupied recently. Hang on. A lot of rituals that we've been needing to catch up on due to the fall and some of the changes in nature. Bud, do you think you could spend some time to come visit Father? I think he'd like to see you again. He's spoken about you a lot.
Of course. I would be glad to.
He says, I know he's out in the woods right now, near the edge of the ruins, but he should be back tonight. Maybe you all could have dinner, and I think he'd be happy to speak with you again.
That sounds lovely.
You know, for a while, or at least before you all showed up in town, He wasn't sure if you were still alive as you had disappeared for such a long time in the woods.
Oh. Yeah, I will certainly be happy to tell him about my adventures.
She nods and says, "All right. Well, why don't you stop by tonight around 8 o'clock?"
Sounds wonderful.
All right. So she will bid you adieu, unless anyone is saying anything. Yeah, anyone want to? I guess we could pass time today, and you could all work on a downtime project.
Before we leave, I would suggest that perhaps at dinner, Bud or Morgan should tell this her father, this other druid, about the corruption that we've encountered and that Lynn has cured, because that might actually pique their interest, wanting to understand that.
Yeah, I was trying to hint at it with Myconids, but I couldn't remember exactly. But yeah, I 100% agree. The other thing I was going to suggest is that at dinner, and I was going to ask you guys this before we go to dinner, should we bring up the concerns around the other house and get their input on it, or do we not do that?
No.
I think
No,
we
they
should be-
seem
Go ahead.
disinterested in politics.
Okay.
Yeah,
and then,
I would say we should be transparent as far as like, that we are talking to more than one house. Like you said, house or houses, and I think, but we don't necessarily need to I think what Daph said.
and then before we pass time, Lou, I would actually try to get the group to go search out Dr. Franklin Stein.
Dr. Frankenstein. All right.
Boris Franklin.
Okay, give me a moment.
Oh, he's probably at dinner.
You could invite him to the dinner, show up with an extra guest. I'm sure House Morrowind won't mind. Hey, we brought a party!
Hey, did we introduce you to our doctor?
Dr.
Franklin
Franklin.
Stein.
No, it
First
wasn't
name Boris?
Frankenstein. It's Boris Franklin. What is this Frankenstein?
You're not looking at chat while we're playing, Lou. That's what
Frankenstein.
Jeez.
Great movie.
It is. So are you just gonna go right to his house, or how do you want to do?
Does he have an office of some kind? Is there an apothecary that we learned of him working at? If he basically just has his house and not a specific office, I would head there.
So you were told of his house, though it sounds like he might be staying. He might be traveling between the houses to treat some of their people. He might be at his house now. You're not sure.
I mean, I would just attempt to visit his house and politely call on them. This is an era before cell phones and tracking and everything like that. So just a polite ringing of the doorbell,
knock
because
at the
that's how
door.
people. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Not as rude as it is today. Like, people think it's rude today to just randomly come to someone's house.
It's true. Yeah. So you go to.
How dare you meet me at my domicile?
Yeah. Well, there's no cell phones, so it's kind of hard to make plans. All right.
No one has sending or whatever the messaging things are. Just
Not yet.
that's even that's not even more rude. Here, let me just randomly telepathically message you. Sorry. Go ahead, Lou.
Well, I think the caster has to know the person, don't they?
Or describe
They-
to them.
Yeah, it can be described to them.
Yep.
And then the twin brother gets the message.
Yeah. Actually, Lou, if you're setting something up, does anyone mind if we take like a 5 to 10 minute break so I can get something to drink and use the potty?
I need a potty too, so let's do it.
Yeah, sure. We
Yeah.
Oh,
can
why
do
are we
we can do
talking
a
to
drink.
3-year-olds?
I was
We'll be
wondering
back
the
in
same
5 to
thing.
10.
Yep.
What, the 3-year-old thing?
Yeah. It's just funny.
You're talking like 3-year-olds.
How old are you, Bud?
In real life or in the game?
In the game.
Mid-50s, unspecified.
Okay. Just want to make sure I have Omar the correct age.
Trying to figure out how I would know Omar, or what Omar would know about me.
Here, I'll give you a picture of him so you have an idea of what he looks like. I figure he
Okay.
is a little older than you, like maybe closer to his
Mhm.
60s. I'll say maybe you were someone who helped him be a lot more relaxed and easygoing. Like maybe he was less, it was more serious when you two were younger. You were the bad influence.
I mean, that sounds like me.
Yeah, so there you go. That could be an idea of how you guys know each other.
Okay, so this, the town where we are, I would have come here after I ran away from the place where I grew up, right? This is not where I grew up.
I mean, that could be up to you, but this is probably around the place where you met him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, like, would I have met him in my 20s or 30s?
Yeah, or maybe like even younger, like maybe in your late teens, and he was like a
Well, see,
little
that would mean
older.
I had to live here.
Oh, I see what
So
you're saying.
because I was not a druid at that age.
Gotcha.
I was,
Well, whatever would make
I
sense for
became,
you is fine.
yeah, okay. Got it.
Yeah. He probably was. He was probably still somewhat young, just because like he was still in an age where he could be influenced easily. Maybe you introduced him to a more laid-back existence, and he kind of took to it instead of being as uptight as he was.
I mean, college is when you experiment. Anyway. I will, yeah, I'll say probably like soon after I ran away, I would have come to this area.
All right, sounds good.
Mm. Uh, is anyone back?
Everyone's back except Lou,
Yeah, just relaxing.
possibly Miri.
Fighting to stay awake. I'm the one person who shouldn't be fighting to stay awake, but I am. Do you understand what I mean?
Oh
Do you guys
yeah,
understand what I mean? I'm
I
the one person
understand,
that.
but I get it. But
Yeah,
I'm
I'm the
not a morning
one person.
person, so I would be worse in the morning.
Yeah,
Alright. I have returned. Sorry, that took a bit.
it's fine.
Alright, so
Expect a sleepy me though.
sleepy you. Alright.
Yep.
So you said you were going to meet the doctor, Morgan. It's what time is it? What time do you want to go meet him? Any
I'd say mid to
preference?
late
3
morning.
decades later.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright, so we'll say you go around like 11. You go to his place. He would answer the door. He says, "Greetings, friend. You're quite well armed. Is everything all right?"
Sorry, I was snacking. I would introduce myself, Morgan of Handel, great storyteller, spreader of joy. My friends, the Seekers of the Spire Seekers.
So,
Are, yeah.
it's nice to meet you, Morgan. I'm Dr. Boris Franklin at your service, though I assume you know that if you came here. You don't generally have random visitors. So, what seems to be the problem today?
Well, we were seeking support of some of the local noble houses and learned of House
Arthur.
Arthur's patron's illness. And while we attempted to help, they were not as forthcoming with us.
This is,
Sorry. Yeah. And we were wondering if there was help we could give to you to help them and better understand the challenges that they face.
So he seems a little frustrated as you mentioned House Orthar. He says, yes, I've been treating Tiberius Orthar, or at least I was, until his son said they had someone else and they weren't needing me to do much anymore. So I have not been in touch with Tiberius Orthar in a while, ever since his son asked me to leave it to someone else.
Do you know much of the nature of his illness? How far along were you with his treatment?
He says, well, I thought the treatment was going fairly well. He seemed like he was recovering a bit. But I don't know much about his current status. He says, I tried to go back a few times to check in on him, but his son assured me he was fine and that I didn't need to worry. I don't know. I'm a little bit worried, though, because the treatment I was doing, if not followed correctly, he will not continue to recover.
Is there... Did you express your frustration with the older brother's decisions here? Is there and I don't know how to say this undelicately, but is there potential malfeasance here? I know a healer can be frustrated at times with a family's decision. Sometimes that family's decision is from a good place, but sometimes it's not. And I have told many a story where illness is just a way of seizing power.
He says, well, there's more than just a little bit of a chance. He says that Antony is not the best person, though I don't want to say that too loud.
Of course.
It would not surprise me if this was some kind of, well, I don't know. I can't say for sure. I just think it was very strange that usually when something is working, you don't change it, especially when it comes to someone's health. I don't see
this
why.
Older brother.
Yeah, I don't see why he would have cut off my services. But of course, I'm not going to make that type of accusation. It could be dangerous for me.
Understandably, and we of course will keep that confidence. The older brother we have not met. We did meet Seraphine, who is understandably, because of that house, very deferential to her brothers. But what of the other one or other brothers? Are they as deferential to the older one?
Seraphine is a lovely girl. I don't know how deferential the siblings are each, though they seem to look up to Antony, even though I don't know if they should.
Is there a...
Hang on, let me get some names. He says there are two other brothers.
I don't think we got the eldest bro's name either.
Anthony.
Anthony.
Okay, yeah.
There's Elliot, Orthar, and I hate this name generator. Barry.
Barry. Okay.
Says Elliot and Barry are the two Orithar brothers.
Is there a? I'm
I
sorry.
don't really know much about their reverence to their brother, but they all seem to go along with his decision. I didn't. If there was fighting or if there was pushback, I was not around to see it.
Do you know if either socializes at the inn, or would I have potentially run into them or have seen them around, basically trying to figure out a way to potentially meet either of the brothers, not Anthony, either of the two other ones, away from their estate?
Says, well, Elliot is in the capital on business for the family. Barry, the second youngest, next to Seraphine, is sometimes at the inn in the evenings. He kind of motions across the street to the Noble's Delight. He says, I don't know where Seraphine spends her evenings, but I know I've seen him there a few times when I go to dinner. So you might be able to bump into to Barry. I don't know when Elliot is getting back, and Anthony, well, he also sometimes frequents the inn, but I doubt he's going to listen to you.
No, that is well, maybe not clear as we haven't had a chance to speak with him, but at this point my inclination is to try to build a connection with one of the brothers and see if they desire support in handling their older brother.
He says, well, best of luck to you. I do hope Tiberius recovers. He's a good head to that family, and it would be a shame for us to lose him. He's not all that old.
Okay. Is there any other insight in terms of how much time there is to resolve this before Lord Arthur
Says,
meets
well,
his fate?
if they are continuing to give him his medicine, which I don't know because, again, this is all very suspicious, then he should be all right, at least for the next few weeks. If not, then he probably doesn't have much longer. He says, are you going to speak to Lady Seraphine again?
We did not have immediate plans to, but we could call on her again. Our attempts to convince the family to allow us to see us have gone very little, and as much as I appreciate Lady Seraphine, my impression is that she is not able to convey the change that needs to occur here.
Did you give him your name?
I said, yeah, Morgan of Handel.
Okay. So he would say, well, Morgan, it's kind of you to want to get involved in this. I know you probably have your own business, but should you speak to Lady Seraphine, please try to convince her to make sure her father is taking is taking this, and he gives you what looks like a leather pouch with a bunch of capsules in it. He says there's
So we got some
medicine. Yeah, he says this medicine should help him. He should already have this medicine, but in case they've taken it from him or he's running low, she should try to sneak this to him once a day. And it will help prolong him until maybe you can convince the lords to give me access to their father again.
That's all I got, unless somebody else has anything.
I think you're the only one there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I would thank him for his diligence and being of a caretaker, and suggest to him that perhaps we can leverage your services in the future as we build our adventuring group here.
He says, well, I don't usually treat mercenaries, but if you have any injuries, I'm happy to take a look at them. He says, a lot of times your kind need more of a magical fix.
Which I can provide some, and we have a excellent healer amongst our group as well.
Says, well, good. Well, yes, come to me if you have any more questions, or if I can do anything else to help. I hope Tiberius is all right. All right. So the next thing would be the evening meeting with Bud. Is anyone doing anything besides their projects throughout the day?
I'm not.
All right. So time is passing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I would take that medicine back to Lynn, and since she wasn't there, I would kind of ask her to take a quick look at it, make sure that nothing is circumspect with it. Use her
For
alchemy.
poison.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, this is poison.
Trust but verify.
Sure. So Lynn, I guess give me an herbalism check. I guess you can just use
Herbalism.
knowledge, so it'd be just int with proficiency.
Int with proficiency or medicine check?
Yeah, you can do medicine. That's fine. This would be herbalism, but yeah, sure. I'll say you can use medicine because it is a.
Shit.
All right. So you're not sure exactly what the medicine does. You would guess it helps to treat kind of inflamed breathing passages. It is a more. There's some other stuff in the medicine too that you're not exactly sure what it's supposed to work on, but if nothing else, you think it is supposed to deal with coughing and making it easier for someone to breathe.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So the day passes again, unless anyone else has something. In the evening, you can all put a day towards your projects that you're working on. In the evening, you would return, or at least Bud. I don't know if anyone else is going. But Bud, you're going to House Morrowind, right?
Yep.
Are there others?
But you want to bring anyone along?
Yeah, or is anyone joining?
You know, Bud's memory is not great. He is not sure how this meeting's going to go, so he probably will not want any of his allies to hear if some things come up that
Fair.
that,
Fair enough. Yeah.
So
that he
it's
knows
just-
that I don't remember that he knows.
Alright, so
All
it's just Bud and Omar. Alright. So you get there a bit later in the evening. You would find the door open when you arrive, almost like they were expecting you. Do you want to just walk in?
I will kind of anxiously slowly open the door and just peek in and be like, hello, is anyone there?
So the front hall has a bunch of plants, like potted plants all over the place, as well as some old-looking pieces of art and some tapestries, almost like they just added some plants in to help grow some more stuff in here. A familiar voice would say, Buddy, is that you?
Oh, hey, Omar, right?
He says, come to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Or the dining
I
room.
will-
I think it's the kitchen.
I will
One of
go
them.
to the dining room, kitchen, whatever.
Alright, so you go to the back where the dining room is, and you find an old, familiar friend sitting there. He says, It's been too long. Sit with me.
I will give him a handshake and say,
This
it's so good to see you again, old friend.
He looks as you extend your hand and says, What is this? And he stands up and gives you a hug. He says, Are you getting all
Okay.
formal on me?
Oh, you're the one that's a noble living in a fancy house and everything.
That's.
I thought maybe I was supposed to.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. But no, not for you. It's been too long. You've been on quite a few adventures since last I left. If the tales from the groves are anything to to write home about?
The Groves, they don't always tell the whole truth when they tell those stories. I don't know what you've heard, but
That's the exact same thing you said when they caught you sneaking into the forbidden plant section. So it wasn't
Well,
you. He says, I remember you
uh,
tried to turn into a bug to get away, but they caught you. Good times. He says, well, I hear there's something you and some friends are looking for help with. Something about old Night Spire.
yeah, we are. We've been exploring it. I've purely from a balance of nature standpoint, for me at least. And we came upon some rather diseased myconids.
The mushroom
And
people?
yeah. Fortunately, we had a good nature cleric there that was able to help with healing, but it had me a little bit worried. I haven't seen anything like it before.
He says, was this from outside Night Spire or within?
It was within.
He says, well, I know that what was their names? He says the Tortivore are pretty defensive of those areas. I mean, even the druids sometimes have a hard time getting permissions to go in those forests. I know some of the groves have mostly avoided it. They don't want to stir up trouble. I mean, I've only heard a little bit about the recent reinvasion of mercenaries and Empire people. He says, I was kind of surprised you were on that list. I thought you would be staying away as well, but it sounds like there's more to this Night Spire. You say there's some kind of disease and corruption on myconids living inside of it?
Oh, yeah, we've perhaps gotten it under control, at least in one area, but I'm worried about what this might be and how deep it may go. But no, you're correct. The Tortivore are not happy about what the Bloodhand are doing with Nightspire. They've turned it into a bit of probably a money-making operation for themselves, acting as gatekeepers for those that want to go into the lower levels. And I don't think they have the noblest plans in mind, if you understand what I'm saying.
He says, I do. Since Father died all those years ago and I took over, the Morwen family has certainly gone down a bit in their social standing in the Empire. He says, I never thought I would actually take over. I always pause in situations like this. He says, I want to respect the Tortivore and stay out of their land, but it does sound like our family could really help out here.
I know that the Tortivore would be most appreciative if you were able to help, and I certainly would as well. But I would never ask you to do something that would get you in any kind of personal trouble.
He says, no, I don't worry about that. He says, but the Tortivore, they're allies with you on this?
Let's say uneasy allies. They certainly trust us more than they trust the Bloodhand.
Or all the mercenaries pouring in, I imagine.
Yeah, the mercenaries as well, but...
He says, well, I guess what can we do to help? What would you need from House Morwind?
That's an excellent question.
He says, we're not really a military house, nor do we have much influence. Maybe back in the day when my father ran things, but when my older brother died and I took over, yeah, I still have a lot of my connections outside of the political circles, but not as many inside.
Well, you know what? Let me consider your offer of help and see, perhaps discuss with my allies. My immediate thought is that you could potentially help us gain control of the surface area around the Night Spire
He says I
through other
could.
than violent means. For example, causing the vegetation there to become unpassable and perhaps cause the land to shift so that it's harder to navigate. I mean, there are things that, obviously the tricks that more experienced druids than myself can do.
As well, the some of the circles taught me well, and I do have allies within those druidic circles that could probably call in some favors. Uh, Inside the actual tower, there's not much I could do, but as you say, maybe something out in the woods to help you with whatever assault you're doing. I don't know,
Yes.
but yes, I can definitely help an old friend, either by calling in some druid friends, or yes, doing some of the magics myself. Both
I mean,
unconventional, though.
even if all you manage to do is put the idea of some sort of superstition in the head of the mercenaries, it's my experience these mercenaries are not that willing to get involved when it's very dangerous for them. They're, from what I've seen, they're just trying to get paid. They're not committed to the job, as it were.
He says, "Well, I'm not the
So
best
maybe
at.
we can scare them away.
I'm not the best at spreading rumors, but if there's a way I can,
Oh no, I just meant, rather than actually doing violence to any of them, we could have animals that just frighten them away. And I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. Like I said, I probably want to talk to my allies.
he nods and says, if you can force a battle out in nature, I think we could be of more use. But anything in the tower itself or in Nightspire itself, we can't do much. So, but you have my support, old friend." He puts his hand on
I
your shoulder
appreciate
and
that.
smiles.
Is there anything that you need from me, Omar?
No, I have plenty of my own supply these days, and he gives you a wink.
It's not like mine, though.
That's true. Maybe I should have you refill some of my coffers. He says, "Grow me some of
Good
your special
grief.
bud."
I tell you what, I'll come back tomorrow with some good product for you.
All right. So we'll say you spend the evening talking a bit, having some dinner, and you head home at the end of the day. So that day would pass, and this day you do have to pay for your rooms. So go ahead and spend that.
How much was it again?
For Smoky Glade, it's 1 gold. Noble's Delight is 5 for the nicer place.
Yeah,
I'll start penny pinching in a few more days.
Exactly. All right.
So normally I'm in the Smoky Glade, but I would actually very intentionally go to the Noble's Delight and try to do some storytelling, and I might bring in Bud to potentially do some music playing, and my goal was specifically to see if I can observe and potentially meet Elliot.
All right. So you don't see him that night. You're looking for a very specifically armored figure. But yeah, nothing much that night for the Noble's Delight. It's now the 51st of fall at 8 a.m. So at this point, are we just trying to pass time while you look for Elliot and kind of try to level up? Is that the goal?
I would like to level up.
I
Okay.
would communicate to the party the conversation I had with Omar and his offer of help, and say if you could think of anything other than just surface support,
I mean, you could
let me
Nyrese.
solve the
know.
problem for us.
Solve
Ny-
what problem?
All of them.
Nyrese is
I think they want some help with the how to accomplish that.
another old man stoner trying to help us. She says, I'm not sure. I mean, if he's a druid, like he says, maybe some kind of fight within a natural environment could be helpful.
I really don't think Omar does drugs.
She says, well, it
I'm just
sounds
kidding.
kind of like, oh, yeah. She just shakes her head. She
He's
says,
always
most
high.
likely, I mean, it could be useful to have these druids, his circle allies for outside if they decide to try to prevent our entry. Though I'm guessing they'd end up falling back inside. The soldiers might be more valuable if we had to assault. Unless, like I said, we could force a fight outside and prevent them from retreating. Alright, so let's say time is passing. How many days do we have left to level up?
This would be the 5th.
This day would be the 5th? Alright.
If we're counting the 3 that we passed last session.
Yeah, we could count those. That's fine. So time is passing. You do get the 8 hours for your project, so you can go ahead and give that some progress. And I'll say...
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have a project, but I would be like working half like helping the poor, half helping half like just charging the rich.
That would be a project. That would just be working. When you have 5 days towards that, you can tell me and we can do a roll for that. But yeah, that is a project working. So, I guess, did any projects finish since this is the 5th day?
Mine does.
Alright. And what were you doing?
I was befriending the working class folk,
Okay, so you were doing
making contacts.
contacts. Carousing. That
And
was
since she's an innkeeper back home and has an interest in cooking, I was probably going to focus on like the innkeepers and the tavern keepers and stuff.
Alright, this was the 50 gold that you had paid?
Let me go see what it says. Yes, I paid 50 gold on the 45th.
Give me a persuasion check.
I don't have my character sheet open. Let me find it. All right.
How many days do I need to
Oh,
put
nice.
on like working for healing and stuff?
5 days is usually...
I'll put in 1 day then.
Okay, so 24. So yeah, you have made some good progress. You can take 3 allied contacts, or you can trade them in to get the group another renown point in the town.
I'll take the renown.
Okay. So the city of Ferox, you get a +1. For carousing. Alright, anyone else have a project they need to roll for?
We still need to level up Senshi, but that's it.
We can save that.
Okay.
So, yeah, anyone else have 5 days into something? Okay. Well, later on, Daffodil, you and Morgan are hanging out within the bar area of the Noble's Delight. And you would see Barry Orithar come in with some friends. Looks like a younger man, probably a little bit older than his sister. He's with some other fellows who are not as well armored, but they seem to be friends of his. They sit down together and start talking.
Is he closer to my age?
Yeah, he's probably way closer to your age.
Now, would it be inappropriate to go up and talk to him?
Why would it be inappropriate?
You know, social-wise, he's a noble out in public.
You're a noble.
Okay, yes, but like I'm not from here, right?
I mean, it kind of depends if he's, what type of mood he's in, but just, approaching him, I mean, he probably would be, maybe excited to see you. He hasn't seen you in a while.
Hey, Morgan, that's Barry right there. Wait a minute. Shall we say hello? Or...
Sorry. Note taking and also a little tired tonight. I always start with so much energy in these games, and then I fade at the end. Yeah, I would say, yes. I think we should try to surreptitiously understand where he stands with his brothers and their father, without trying to raise too much concern. Since you know him, would you like to? I'd be happy to support you in that. Perhaps I could tell a story to the crowd of a brother standing up to his older siblings' malfeasance. I don't know. Sorry, I'm out of it.
This is the youngest of the three brothers, right?
Yes, of the brothers. Their sister is younger, though. But yeah, he's around your age.
Okay. Like, Daff will go up and like, Barry, is that you?
He looks over. He says, Daff? My friend.
Yeah.
I think I heard you were in town. You spoke to my sister a few days ago, right? I was wondering if I'd seen
I did.
you around.
Yes, I did, but that was on business.
He says,
We were hoping
"Well,
to speak with you and Anthony, was it?
Anthony? Oh, well, Anthony's, he's been a bit busy lately. I don't know if you heard, but our father has fallen a bit ill.
Yes, I believe your lady sister mentioned that. I hope everything goes well.
Yes, we
I hope he's
are,
recovering.
we are hoping. But how are you? What are you doing in town?
Well, I came to explore those ruins that popped up over there, called the Night Spire.
So, seems like everyone's going there these days. Yes, I've heard
Well,
it's
as
quite
an
exciting.
academic,
And actually, I think my brother mentioned something about you wanting help with that. Needing some of the family soldiers to deal with the ruffians, the banditry.
indeed. If you'd rather have a formal meeting, then I don't mind waiting for a reply from your family.
He says, well, from what I heard, Anthony was excited to see you again and possibly meet with you. So I think there's a good chance he'll help. We have no love for the Bloodhand, that's for sure. They've been a problem for us in the past, both in Ferox and abroad. He kind of says, maybe I shouldn't be so loud with this conversation. But please, have a seat, join us. Your friend can too, as well, if you must be Morgan?
Indeed, I am here to spread joy wherever possible.
He says, yes, you made quite an impression on my sister. She seemed quite fond of you. So, yes, join us. Alright, so I assume you sit down with him and you guys...
Yeah, sit
hang
down
out.
with them and still letting Daff lead most of the conversation.
Alright, so what are you trying to accomplish with Barry here?
That is a good question. What are we trying to accomplish, Morgan?
So I would have prior to talking about trying to probe Barry for his, how concerned is he with his father, and does he feel that his brother is treating him the best. We've made some contacts with other medical professionals and have an amazing healer within our group, and were quite surprised when we were rebuffed by Seraphine at the will of Elliot.
Anthony.
Oh,
Anthony, sorry. Yeah.
Well, Anthony is a bit protective of father, and as of late, he's become convinced that the doctor's medications were not all that effective. He's also been a little bit skeptical of his abilities. I'm not sure what brought it on, but I mean, I know Anthony loves father, so I trust his judgment, and we're just hoping for the best, really.
well, if it's not too forward, there's this physician within our group that I would entrust my life and the life of my family with. If you'd like for her to take a look.
It does strike me as odd to question one physician and not be willing to get a second or even third opinion to build that trust back or have it validated.
Alright, so give me each you give me a persuasion. Daff, yours would be at a -1.
Could I use lucky?
Sure.
Alright, there's lucky.
You're a lucky guy.
Persuasion -1. 15.
Alright. So, yeah, I don't, I understood his decision with the one physician. I don't know why he's refusing your person. Maybe when you meet him, you can convince him. I mean, it couldn't hurt. I'm sure you vet your people.
He's refused to meet us so far, even taking that step. Elliot, or Barry, sorry. Barry, may I call you Barry?
Certainly, and he smiles.
I would not presume to know you or your family. I've met Daff here, and he seems to be a noble of fine quality, and I'm assuming you are as well. I've heard many in this town speak highly of your father. I hate to say this, but is there the possibility that your brother Anthony, as the eldest, and having watched from the side, might be looking to move forward in a way that is not the best for you and the rest of your family? I hesitate to say that, but if we can't speak of it, then we can never know for sure.
Give me a persuasion with a -4.
So for this, I will use whatever that human ability is that I get once a day that I never use.
Well, you can use that after you roll. It's a reroll.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll use it. 5's pretty terrible.
Oof. Alright. So he says, Morgan, it's quite rude of you to suggest such a thing of someone you don't even know. He says,
I apologize.
He says, my brother would only has father's best intentions in mind. Daff, why would he even suggest such a thing? He says, you know Anthony, you know he wouldn't do something like that. He seems like he's a little bit angry.
Well, first, let me sincerely apologize for that. I did not mean to give sense offense. Just as a storyteller, I have heard such terrible things that sometimes I can't help but think of them. I do sincerely apologize. But yes, Daff, please let me regress and allow you to speak with your friend.
Give me another persuasion with the +2.
There we go.
So he calms Lil. He says, "All right, well, I suppose you're just mentioning possibilities. I mean, you don't know my family that well. Fair enough. It's forgiven." As he orders you another drink.
And I pay for it.
Oh no, he insists. He's buying everyone drinks unless you're gonna be like, "No, I'm buying it."
No, if I put forth the gesture, but once he demands to do so, I allow him
he
to.
He just puts his hand up. He's like, "No, sir, I have it." He's throwing his money around. All right, so yeah, are you saying anything else, Staff?
No, not pertaining to this situation.
But he.
I kind of elbow him and say, "Make sure you keep him as a friend, even if you don't talk about this. Be friendly."
Yeah, Dad just tries to enjoy the night.
All right, so you just kind of hang out, feeling it best to not broach that topic again. As Barry seems pretty on board for Team Anthony. It doesn't seem like he wants to hear his brother might be up to no good. So yeah,
I would say he hinted at being willing to set up a meeting with Anthony, which we weren't able to get previously.
Yeah. So towards the end of the night, as you all are kind of getting ready to go your separate ways, he says, "Morgan, Daff, are you both staying at the Noble's Delight?"
I am.
have been. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I am. I have to. You know, gotta
So,
maintain the image and all that. You know.
oh, of course. But
As a storyteller, the what's the other inn? I have it in my notes. The Smoky Glade is more, as I said, the clientele tends to be more outspoken and tells of those evil things I spoke of earlier, which is probably why I am so unfamiliar with how noble houses like yours operate.
says, "Oh yes, the Woodcutter's Lodge." He says, "It's a quaint little place. But if you are going to be here, I can have my brother maybe meet you tomorrow. I think he was planning to come down anyway and partake in some of the services."
I'll be here. I'd be happy to meet him, whether it be
Says,
formally or informally.
"Excellent. Well, I mean, you've met him before. I'm sure he'd be happy to see you again. It's been quite a while."
Yes. Well, last time we met, I was hosting you. Well, my family was.
Indeed. So maybe he can buy you something. Maybe buy some drinks or whatever it is that you desire. He smiles. Alright, so he is going to take off with his crew. And I think that's it for the evening, unless anyone else is doing anything.
Well, that went well.
I mean, it could have gone worse.
It went well. It went well. It didn't go bad.
I almost worked it.
Could have gone worse.
Alright, so time passes. We'll say it is now 8 a.m. on the 52nd, and you would all level up from your training.
Yay.
Yay.
Hey.
And there was much rejoicing.
And as per usual, we can level up now quickly, but we get a week to do spells and other things if we want to change them.
Yeah, so if you want to change it after this, that's fine. You have a week till it becomes solidified. But yeah, go ahead, do your level up. I think I did just share my book for someone else, so the book should be shared.
My character sheet is bug out.
Ruh-roh. But yeah, so the next day, let me know. Did anyone hit another finishing for any projects or any rolls need to be made? Okay.
Easy.
I'll give you all a few minutes to level up. You would get a letter, a formal invitation to a private dinner with Antony. Daff.
Nice.
It seems he booked one
Yay.
of the hotel rooms.
Admit one or for the whole party?
It just says for you.
Okay.
I don't like that.
That's it. I mean, you could just try to bring Morgan anyway. Crash the party. But yeah, he's renting
I
out
think
one
my
of the rooms at the tavern, like a private area.
What is this? Me too.
I mean, how much do we really care about the dead guys? Let's be honest here.
I mean, I would say to you is it's less actually. Well, first of all, I would say he's the father of your friends. What are you saying here?
But the accusations being thrown around are quite damning.
But I would say basically that I get the sense that the father is probably our best place to get the resources and support we desire. Antony has rebuffed us already, and no one else in the family has much. Yeah.
Barry said that Anthony was quite liked the idea of helping us.
Yeah, I think the last time we saw Seraphine, she said the same. That Anthony seemed interested.
It's true.
But also he might be shady.
It could be shady.
Yeah, I don't get a good impression of Anthony. I really think we should not put our faith and support behind him. I think we really do need to. Again, I'll defer to the group, but
Well, let's see what comes of his dinner with Daff.
Yeah. But
I
yeah,
got
Dap,
sending
I would
now,
encourage.
guys.
Yeah, I would encourage you to really try to probe for, why is he so hesitant to get help for his father, and maybe even hint at, your own frustrations and why you had to leave to find. Or again, I don't want to project to you, but of not being able to get access to your family and whatever, something like that. Try to lament with him and see if he admits to any misgivings around his role and his father and things of that nature that might indicate that he isn't necessarily acting in his father's or the family's best interest, but rather his own.
Is Bud working on anything through all this time?
No, not really.
You can try
I'll
to.
make.
Go ahead.
I'll grow some special
Are
herbs,
you,
shall we say?
Yeah, remind me.
Omar.
Are you a herbalist?
Yes, I am.
So you can
Adultery?
try to grow rare herbs as a 5-day project.
Oh, okay.
Get some rare herb maho to make potions.
Sure, I can do
So
that.
it's what is it? Fall. So yeah, there's certain things you can grow if you want to work on that. If you want to
Okay.
say you were growing stuff, and I just do a roll after the 5 days.
Works
Just,
for me.
do a little garden somewhere. Alright, so let's see. Any other events we're doing today? Don't think so. So, Bud, you would have made 38 maho worth of rare herb
Sweet.
essence. I guess it's not essence,
Nice.
it's just 38 maho of rare herbs. from growing
All
for
right.
a week. So later on, now is Daff bringing Morgan, or is he going by himself to this get together?
What would it? The letter itself says just for me.
Yeah, he may have not known about Morgan or not really wanted to include Morgan. You're not sure.
I think Daff would go solo
Okay.
because it would be rude to bring an extra. If they were invited.
Certainly could be seen that way. Alright, so you are going solo.
Now, is it common to go in full, like armor, arms and armor, or
It could be sometimes. I mean,
is there a dress code on the letter?
doesn't have a dress code, but I mean, so far his family seems to mostly greet people with their armors and weaponry.
All right, then he will do the same.
All right. So you go to meet him at the designated place, and when you go in, I assume you knock. You would see that Barry and Antony are both there with looks like maybe some of their knights. Antony would rise and say, Daff, it's been too long, friend. Come, sit.
Lord Anthony, or is that too formal for you?
Laughs. He says, Lords or Antony is fine. We're both nobles here. Come, tell me, what have you been up to?
I give him the rundown that I've
Kind of talk about.
as a scholar, I've been wanting to explore the ruins, and that I came across the Spire Seekers. That we joined forces.
He says, I remember you being very much into history and the scholarly pursuits. He says, much to our chagrin sometimes, as we wanted you to spend more time with us. He says, it's good that you've been successful in that. He says, so I hear you are looking for my family's help at the Night Spire.
Yes, the organization known as the Blood Hand have taken it over with not only their agents, but with hired mercenaries. And my group seems to lack the firepower and the funds to contest them.
Give me a persuasion with a +2.
Lucky?
Sure, if you have a luck point, you can use lucky for
Yeah.
advantage.
We just long rested, right?
Yes, since yesterday. So you
Alright,
would
I should have
technically
full luck points. +2. 22.
He says, I believe we can help with clearing out the Blood Hand. Do you know how many people they have? And any idea who the players from the Blood Hand side are? Like who's in charge of the operation?
I believe they're being run by a man named Bobby B. V.
He says, Bobby Bestian. Yes, I am familiar with
V.
him. Wait, is it Bobby B or Bobby V?
You know what? I don't even know at this point.
He says, I assume it's Bestian. He's a well-known gang affiliates from the capital. It would make sense they might send one of their better lieutenants up here. He says, my family can help. There would be some conditions, though.
Alright, let's cut to the chase. No need to beat around the bush.
He says, well, you and your friends would have free access, but I would keep some of my people there to help with policing and keeping order. And we would also charge new mercenaries coming in bit of a fee to fund this order that we'd be bringing to the Night Spire. He
Well,
says, other than that,
no offense, Lord Anthony, but that was basically the same thing the Blood Hand is doing right now.
oh, give me a persuasion with a -6.
Ooh.
Lucky. So I'm down to 1 luck point after this. Let me check if I have any. What are they called? Inspiration points.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 1 inspiration point. I will use it. So
Alright,
minus
advantage
4.
and -4. Alright, so 14. He kind of like you like just slapped him in the face. He like kind of looks at you for a moment. He says, "Same thing. We're a noble house, and they are a bandit organization. They are criminals. This is not the same thing at all, good friend. I mean, why would you say such a thing?" He says, "Do you feel my family the same as brigands?"
Obviously not, Lord Anthony. The only thing is, the Blood Hand are charging mercenaries a fee to enter the Night Spire.
He says, "Yes, and they probably use the money for crime and terrorism and all sorts of horrible things." He says, we are bringers
Indeed,
of law and
and
order."
And are you not worried about the deals with the Tortivore? I believe it is their territory.
The elves have been complaining since before our city was even built. He says they've been given too much leeway by the Empire, if you ask me. He says the Tortivore will have to play nice, or else we'll deal with them as well.
Alright, can I insight check this? Is this the same Anthony that Dath met all those years ago?
I mean, what do you mean? Like, you think it's an imposter?
No, like, was he always this?
Kind of a douche?
Yeah.
I mean, you could do an insight check, but he's fairly similar. He was kind of a loudmouth and very pushy back then too.
A douche.
He just has more power now, especially with his father given
Oh, sorry,
control of the family.
that's the wrong roll. Insight.
So yeah, I mean, he seems fairly similar to when you knew him back then. I mean, he liked you, but you weren't. I mean, well, it's up to you how much you liked him, but he was kind of similar to this, just without all the power to back it up.
He probably didn't just like him.
He
Probably
says,
got along more with Barry than
Daff,
Anthony.
I mean, you don't have to worry. If you bring me along, I will take care of you and your friends, and we will make Night Spire a secure place where you can bring in allies. He says there'll be a bit of a charge to upkeep the pursuit of order, and in the case that we need to bring more force to bear, we will have the money to do so. He says it's a win-win. He says the Tortivore, I mean, they have archers, but we have stronger armor and we have more well-trained people. He says, I think once we take care of the Blood Hand and make it safe, you will profit from your explorations without having to worry about something coming from behind, especially more Blood Hand brigands.
And you're not worried about the political fallback at all from the capital.
Says Volnarian might complain, and they might suddenly find a heart for the elves. But if I am helping to secure Night Spire, I know that there have been whispers that the capital wanted this anyway. So if I am first to help secure, it might spell a benefit for my family over Volnarian.
This I don't like politics. Death will say to himself.
Keep that to yourself, alright. He raises
Yeah.
a glass. He says, come, let's make the deal. He says, there's nothing I require from you. I just need I just need you to be okay with me handling this the way it needs to be handled.
You know, Lord Anthony, I'm going to have to reject your proposal.
Oh,
As
alright.
much as it pains me, and as much as I would love the help of your house, my group would not want this. Would not want the charging of entrance for all those who should seek knowledge amongst the Spire.
Give me a persuasion with a -4.
I'll use my last lucky here.
You're a lucky negotiator. It's harder for you to piss people off when you say things they don't like.
I'm not a charisma character like my other characters. 12.
Alright. So 8.
Wait, hold on. Does my human reroll work on this, or is it lucky or the reroll?
No, you can reroll if you. I don't think you used your reroll yet, so you can.
Alright,
You
my
will
once
have-
per day
You will have to take what you
reroll.
get, though.
Alright, we
think.
ball.
No,
It's even worse.
6. So he says.
Yay, fixed it.
Yay! Woo.
He says, Daff, I don't understand. You don't have what you need. I offer it to you, and I feel like you spit in my face now. He says, I thought we were friends.
We are friends, but when it comes to politics, I cannot abide, as I do not have the power to accept these terms.
He says, well, what would be required from your friends? These Spire seekers, I believe the town is calling them. What do they want, exactly?
Well, I could send for one right now.
He says, I don't know. Tell you what, why don't tomorrow you come by the house and maybe all of us can speak a little. He says, I do wish to make this work, but I need, unless you're going to provide us with funding, I can't just commit my troops and pay for it out of my own coffers. He says, I don't give away work for free, generally.
I understand. And then I'll see you tomorrow. I'm sorry to hear about your father, by the way. I have a great physician if you so wish.
Yes, I've heard. Father is, well, he's been better, but, if things go poorly, at least he knows the house will be in good hands. He says, I've spoken to him many times, and since he's fallen ill, and he is happy to see the line pass.
With your blessing, I would love to see your father and speak with him. If anything, just to wish him well.
He says, have you
And
met
for
my
speedy
father
recovery.
before?
Out of character, if he
Uh,
ever went to Daph's house in Labu, then presumably maybe once or twice.
I know, sure, we can say maybe when you were a child he came or something. He hasn't been there for a while. He says, all right, well, tomorrow I'll see if he feels well enough to talk to you.
Now can I insight check that?
What do you mean? Like if he's gonna...
If he's like actually like thinking about letting me know, or if he's just like going along with it to shut me up.
Thinking about letting you know, like to talk to his father?
Yeah, if that makes any sense.
Sure, you can do an insight check.
Insight. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he's willing to let you talk to his father. You don't sense like he's being dishonest.
Right.
All right. So you guys hang out for a bit. You drink a little. He wishes you a good night as you all go your separate ways. And I assume you would meet Morgan outside a little bit later. Maybe tell him what happened.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
And I'd like his input and the group's input on that.
So It's about 9 at this point on the 52nd. I don't know. What does Morgan say?
I'm sorry, Margie, but I just couldn't I couldn't accept this proposal the way it was.
I don't. I mean, it shocks me to see a noble who doesn't appreciate other nobles going after money. Um, but I don't trust this, Anthony, and all that you've told me here leads me to believe that yes, he is a person who, whether through intentionality or negligence, is maneuvering to increase his power, diminish his father's, and potentially push out his brothers or his sister. Is there a way for us to get in touch with Elliot?
I could send him a sending.
How, sorry, how does that work? Is that just a normal message, or is that a spell? Or
It's a spell.
Oh,
Yeah.
I explained to him the sending spell. Or is
um,
that you as a person, or you
I
as
wasn't
Morgan?
honestly. I wasn't sure if you said what you said if that you were referencing a spell or something else. I didn't hear you.
I
Oh
assume he
yes,
means the
like
sending spell, which lets you
spell.
send
Yes, the sending
25
spell.
characters in a message to anyone that's on the same plane that you
25 words, not
25,
characters.
yeah, sorry, words.
Is it?
Mhm.
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
You gotta use the big words to get the more for bang for your buck.
Forsooth. And stuff like that.
Um, yeah, I would say to him, it's you know this family, you know these people better than I do, and again, I would look to input from the rest of our group. But my inclination is that we need to get Barry and Elliot on the side of not usurping their brother per se, but allowing someone else to give input into their father's care.
Alright. Well,
Okay.
so sorry, I'd sneeze. So yeah,
Bless you.
anything else for the evening? Or shall we just continue? I guess what's the next thing the group wants to do? You're going to meet with Anthony tomorrow at the house?
I suppose so.
Okay.
Here, I'll send Elliot a sending.
Okay, so you do
If
send...
he'll just
Yeah.
I'll be like, Elliot, this is Daff from Labu. Uh, I met with Anthony. Um, it's hard to come up with things on the spot.
If you want, you can write it and put it in chat. But we'll say you sent it that evening.
Okay. He's
So...
basically trying to come across saying that we wish to help your fathers, but Anthony is rebuffing us. Any tips to help with your brother?
with a doctor, you mean? You're going to ask him about how to
Yes,
get
with
him
a
to let him see... Oh. He would respond, Father has been quite ill. I was hoping he would recover, but things don't sound good. Anthony probably knows best what to do. Type of response.
All right, I'll
But
leave it at that.
maybe he'd add if your doctor can help, do what you can to have her look at him. But I mean, there's
All
not
right,
much he
cool.
can do where he is to convince his brother.
Yeah. Then I'll use my last two sendings just to keep in touch with my family.
All right, so you maybe give your family a call with your magic. It's been a bit. So next day, time is, oh, and yeah, you'd pay for the inns for the evening for another day.
Another 5 gold.
Another 5 gold.
Gotta keep appearances.
I'm staying in the cheap place.
You could, yeah, you could stay at the cheap place.
Yeah, I can afford 2 more nights.
So you guys can work on another project today, but about around 1 p.m. you would be summoned to speak with Lord Antony. I assume you are all going.
Yeah.
All right. So you were actually brought inside the house this time. The last 2 times you've just kind of been talking in the entryway. You are escorted to a pretty large hall area with a big table. There's a bunch of suits of armor everywhere and some weapons. Looks like fancy old display weapons. Does anyone have history?
Nope,
I don't
not me.
think so.
Okay. Well, some of them look pretty exotic, but you're not sure, where they're from or anything. Lord Antony politely greets all of you as you enter. He says, "Greetings, greetings, and thank you for gracing me with your presence, Spire Seekers. I've heard a lot about you from Daff here, an old, very close friend of mine. He says, please have a seat."
Assuming we all. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
We all sit down, I guess.
Yeah. He says, I've heard.
Daff, do you say anything to like introduce everything, or do you want someone else to take the lead?
Oh, like, what do you mean?
For talking, I guess.
Oh, you can take the lead,
Daff
or
already
anyone
tried
else if they want
yesterday.
to. Yeah,
Well-
I'm done with politics.
Again, I know what my character and both myself as a player and myself as a character can dominate stuff, so I try to very intentionally not always be the first one to speak.
Well,
No,
he'll,
no, it's fine. Like,
so
I as a player like talking, but I'm playing Daff as a non-political.
So I'll say Daff is, he at least introduces everyone, as is, how this would normally go since he's bringing them in as,
Right.
like, he is guests, but he's also bringing them kind of as guests as well. The food would be very good. I don't know if Athy wants to comment on it, but this is very well cooked, very tasty. He would kind of
it like-
start, or go ahead.
Is it like really like? I mean, are we having like foie gras and like caviar? Is it like fancy shit?
It is
Or is it just-
fancy shit. I mean, it's not the best food you've ever tasted, but I mean, you can
Okay.
appreciate nice food.
Okay.
I don't know. Actually, would you have ever eaten nice food as coming from an inn? Would
No.
you? Okay.
I mean, her food is more like soul food.
So yeah, this would be interesting for you. Some of it's more tasty. Other stuff you definitely would have to kind of, it's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
But some of it is really good. So he's kind of, doing pleasantries, like talking a bit about some of Morgan's stories, talking a little bit about his family, and some of the historical events they've been involved in, like stuff relating to the Empire. So what do you want to like? How do you want to respond? Like what do you want? What topics do you want to bring up of note?
So I would keep it social to start. I might try to tell some stories just to me could do. I would tell like maybe the story of the Myconids. I would tell a story maybe of my own past. I would, speak of the goblins and the elves that or the goblins that we've faced above ground here and kind of the rescuing of that. I might bring up Reldam Cost and see if that that'd be my first attempt to probe him for
All right. Well, I'll take
a
up
reaction.
to.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll take up to 2 persuasion checks from the group for the pleasantries as you're trying to just kind of improve the mood before you start digging in.
Who has the best charisma stats?
Me,
Okay.
definitely.
Athy and Morgan for sure.
Well, I don't honestly. I think that Athy would probably be keeping her mouth shut. She's not real good at talking to fancy people.
So,
I do
I
have a
agree.
plus
She would
3.
be very polite and like compliment like the
the food.
No, I
Okay.
mean as in rolling. I only have a plus 3.
like if you want her to like she can just do it with she can her
With
persuasion could just
charisma.
come from being polite, I guess.
Yeah, this is what this first one is. I
I
think.
do have a charisma of plus 3. That's it.
I don't
Uh,
think I have advantage. I don't know
Well,
why that's on.
so Athy and Morgan, it looks like, are the roles that you guys sent my way. So 21 is pretty good. So yeah, definitely you're sweet talking Anthony a bit. He seems to get some of your humor. He's laughing at some of your jokes and kind of becoming more chummy. You definitely think he is a bit of a DB as you interact with him. But I
What
mean,
DB?
he's a bit
The
of a
douchebag.
DB. I mean, you've
Douchebag.
you've definitely dealt
Oh,
with people like him before, especially in the aristocracy and nobility.
And I'm very good at speaking up to those types. I've done plenty of a performance to know how to please and know what they want to hear, and I'm definitely, catering to him. I would, and this is where I might look at my companions, and I mention Reldom cost first, not necessarily because I'm expecting to get anything, but more to just judge if he reacts at all, and just to kind of get a baseline as to if that. I don't expect him to know anything, but I'm
So
just
you
kind of
just
curious to
mentioned
see
the
if
name,
that's.
kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, I was talking about rescuing goblins, and I was like some weird wizard Reldom cost, and like almost as a passing thing, just to see if he keys on weirdness of things of that nature.
so he would say a wizard, huh? Is he registered with the Phoenix Guild?
It's an excellent question. He speaks of doing work of that, but we weren't able to get much out of that. He claims to have some connections to the Phoenix as well as night weather, is researching night weather, but um, he's a person we need to learn more about, and that's the type of thing that we're looking to build those understandings with. A family like yours. And Anthony, I know you are doing your best to lead this family, and I can only see from having talked to your sister, and your brother and those in this community that this family is incredibly important, and you are incredibly important to it. But I must say I would like to help your father, and I understand that you have some concerns from the existing healers, but how can you better help me understand what challenges it he faces, and how you're addressing it?
Give me a persuasion. I'm gonna say with a straight roll, he knocked away some of your bonuses by poking into
Yep.
this again. He seems maybe a little annoyed. He says, Barry mentioned that you had asked several times about this. Go ahead, give me a persuasion.
Yep. Debating if I want to use my human thing. Well, I guess I can roll first. Yeah, I'll use my human thing for
Human
this one.
reroll. All right.
Yeah.
There
There we go.
there we go.
He says, well, he says, is one of the people among you this healer that you keep wanting to introduce to him?
And I would introduce Lynn, and say, Lynn, tell us again about how you were able to solve the corruptions of the Myconids and that wonderful healing concoction you were able to develop.
I would talk about how I was able to find the like to concoct an antidote for the poison in the in like the spire.
So he kind of listens, seems maybe a little bit bored. He says, yes, I'm sure you are very skilled. The problem is I don't know you well enough, and I am a little bit nervous introducing a new physician to my father at this stage. His health is well, it's in the balance, and if something were to go wrong, I don't think I could forgive myself. But if you have potions that you think could help him, I could have my people
Well-
look at them, and perhaps if we feel that they are appropriate, we could give them to him and see what happens. But sorry, I don't know you well enough to be bringing in new doctors.
Is he
That-
the only one of the siblings that's present?
No, Barry and
Seraphine?
Seraphine are both there.
Okay.
Lady Seraphine will say, Antony, I mean, these people are local heroes. Why? And he says, Sister, please. I've made my
Well,
decision on this.
My friend Anthony, and forgive me if it is too early to speak of you as friend. I understand that strangers asking these things, you must be under so much pressure to manage this situation. I don't presume to understand it. Again, Daff here, you've known as a noble friend, and he's helping me to better understand your situation. You spoke of your people helping with this. We did, by happen chance, meet one of the doctors who you turned away, which is your prerogative to do, and everyone gets to choose who their healer is. But who is serving your father now, if not us or this other doctor?
So I will give the group some insight checks. You might notice something here.
Oh, that I'm good at.
Lucky.
Insight, I am
Since
good
we
at.
got a-
+6.
Oh, +6.
And I rolled a 6.
Since we got a long rest, I'm going to use one of my recovered luck points.
Okay.
Would you like me to put it in chat?
So you're, I'll say, Athy, and I guess Daffodil too, both of you. You get the feeling that he isn't really liking Morgan saying this must be so hard on you, almost like he's taking it more like that you can't handle this. You also get the feeling that he gets suspicious when Morgan mentions that they've spoken to the healer.
How
that
do
he
Barry and
dismissed.
Seraphine react when they learn that the brother had dismissed the healer that had previously been in charge of their dad? Like, do they seem to know about that?
They haven't reacted, so you're guessing they know.
Okay.
And actually, we might, which I really wish I could have played this out because I'm going to forget half of my stuff, but we might have to stop here.
Oh wow, I just realized how late it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't we do MVP votes, and we'll have to have our discussion with Antony Orithar next time. Hopefully I'll remember what I need.
Some flies when you're having fun.
I am curious as to whether or not I should use freaking my powers.
Heck with Night Spire, we
Just-
need to look into this Antony guy.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I meant like I'm just going to be like, oh shit.
Another
Damn
way.
it, I'm dumb.
Well, he's about to rescind his offer.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you guys are definitely like poking the bear a little.
Yeah, Lynn, I have mind powers as well, suggestion, zone of truth, things like that. I'm intentionally not using it because that will piss people off.
No, I meant like using my powers as in I will demonstrate my healing.
Oh,
Yeah, you'd have to
That
get
might-
to
yeah.
her father to be able to do that. But yeah, go
Yeah, I
ahead,
know,
give
but
me
like
the,
I could cut myself and then heal myself.
And you'd also need permission. Because if you start casting
myself.
spells,
Yeah,
if you start casting spells,
they might get annoyed by
That's-
that.
that's a no-no.
Alright, I think I just need Lynn. I need your
Shit.
vote.
There we go.
Alright, so Daff with 3
I
votes.
did not
you
do
are MVP.
backslash again.
Thank you.
Good job.
Appreciate you guys.
Morgan is a close second. Hopefully we'll get
It's
Will
all
next
good.
week. Alright, well yeah, good game everyone. Thanks for playing.
Yeah. Enjoyed it. Thanks, Lou.
I,
Yep,
I, I
thanks,
want
everyone.
to I want to say this before everyone goes. I have a new spell that I am pretty sure everyone would love to know.
Which is?
Freedom of movement.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually.
That is a good one.
You touch
Yeah,
a
that is a
willing
good one.
creature. Yeah, unaffected by difficult terrains, spells that reduce its speed, and causing paralyzed or restrained condition, and the swim speed equal to speed, and then spend 5 feet of movement automatically escape from non-magical restraints.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
Good
sounds
stuff.
good, but I need to get to bed. Later, folks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good night,
bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Lou.
Yes.
Don't forget to add Athy's story point from the journal today.
Oh, did I not do that?